Have you ever noticed how most people want their life to change, but they don't actually want to change themselves? They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, and while they wait, their life quietly fades into routine. Steve Jobs knew this better than anyone. He understood that the greatest danger in life is not failure. It's becoming comfortably average. Every morning, Jobs reminded himself that time was running out. Not in a depressing way, but in a powerful one. He knew that when you remember how short life is, you stop wasting it. You stop pretending you have forever. You stop living passively. You start choosing boldly. Jobs once sighed. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people no smarter than you. Most people hear that quote and nod, but they never actually apply it. They never dare to question the limits society placed around them. Jobs did. And that single mindset, the belief that he had the right to shape his own world, became one of his greatest advantages. Think about your own life for a moment. How many dreams have you postponed because you think you're not ready? How many ideas have you buried because you're afraid someone might judge you? How many opportunities have you ignored because you convinced yourself it wasn't the right time? Jobs would tell you the truth. There is no right time. There's only now. When Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the company was weeks away from bankruptcy. Most CEOs would have played it safe, made small adjustments, tried to slowly rebuild. But Jobs wasn't interested in small. He took risks that looked insane from the outside. He cut products, reorganized departments, challenged engineers, and pushed everyone, including himself, to think impossibly bigger. Why? Because he understood something most people ignore. Your life will only change when your standards change. When good enough becomes unacceptable. When comfort stops being your priority. When you refuse to settle for anything less than excellence. Jobs wasn't afraid of failure, because he had already faced the worst. Being fired from Apple taught him something life-changing. No matter how big the setback, you can rebuild. You can reinvent. You can rise again. That's why he became dangerous, because a person who has survived his greatest fear becomes unstoppable. Imagine what you could achieve if you stopped running from failure. Imagine what you could create if you stopped caring about judgment. Imagine how far you could go if you stopped holding yourself back. During the early days of Apple, Jobs would obsess over things that no one else cared about. The curve of a corner, the smoothness of a button, the hidden interior of a computer that customers would never even see. People called him crazy. They said he was wasting time. But Jobs knew the truth. How you do anything is how you do everything. Excellence is a habit, a way of thinking, not a moment. And the people who commit to excellence, even when no one's watching, become the ones who change the world. Most people never realize how much they reek up Pavlov, not because they don't have potential, but because they're too distracted to use it, too consumed by noise, too addicted to comfort, too busy reacting instead of creating. Jobs lived the opposite. He simplified his life so his mind had room to think. He said no to thousands of things so he could focus on what mattered. He believed that clarity was a superpower. And in a world that is constantly trying to overwhelm you, clarity might be the most powerful tool you have. So ask yourself right now, what are the things you need to remove from your life? What are the habits that waste your time? What are the goals that no longer belong to you but you still chase because you're afraid to let them go? And what is the one thing, that one dream, that one idea that keeps calling you? Jobs followed those callings without hesitation, even when they made no sense, even when there was no guarantee. He believed that intuition is more powerful than logic, that your heart knows more than your fear. And he built his entire life by trusting that instinct. You have instincts too. You have ideas that won't leave you alone. You have dreams that keep showing up. You have potential you haven't even touched yet. The question is, are you listening? Your life can change in a year, in a month, in a single day, but it won't change if you keep doing the same things you've always done. You need courage. You need discipline. You need the willingness to take one uncomfortable step forward. Jobs on say side, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. That wasn't a quote. It was a challenge. A challenge to stop dreaming small. A challenge to stop waiting. A challenge to stop underestimating your own power. Right now, you are one decision away from a completely different life. One moment of clarity. One moment of courage. One moment of honesty with yourself. So ask yourself, really ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to build? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What future do you want to create? Because your future is not waiting for you. It is being shaped every day by your choices, your habits, your discipline, and your courage. Steve Jobs didn't change the world because he got lucky. He changed the world because he refused to live a life that was anything less than extraordinary. And now, it's your turn.